Good morning, students. Exercise 6.2, the third problem. Find the equation of the line passing through the point 1, 5 and also divides the coordinate axis in the ratio 3:10. So here we are going to find the equation of the straight line. How the straight line? It passes through the point 1, 5. So passing point is given. And also the straight line divides the coordinate axis. What are the coordinate axes? X axis, Y axis in the ratio 3:10. So here the ratio is given, so we can take the straight line divides the coordinate axis, that is x axis and y axis. So definitely the straight line touches the x axis as well as y axis. So we'll take the intercept. So it is given that a by b is equal to 3/10. Small a is the x intercept and small b is the y intercept. So here the ratio is given. So it is taken as a by b is equal to 3/10. If we cross multiply, 10a is equal to 3b and a is equal to 3b by 10. Okay, so we have taken the intercept. So the intercept form of the straight line is x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. So in the place of a you have substituted 3b by 10. So where is 10? There's 10 in the denominator of the denominator. So it will go to the numerator. So it is 10x divided by 3b plus y by b is equal to 1. You take LCM. 3b and b. The LCM is 3b. So therefore the numerator is 10x plus what is it? Here only you are having b, but the LCM is 3b. So the numerator has to be multiplied by 3. So it is 3y is equal to 1. So if you cross multiply 3b and 1, you will get here the right hand side you are having 3b. Okay, so here we have to find b. So here one more result is given. What is that? The straight line passing through the point 1, 5. So therefore 1, 5 has to be substituted in this equation. So 10 into 1 plus 3 into 5 is equal to 3b. So 10 plus 15 is equal to 3b. It's not 36, it is 3b. 3b is equal to 25. So we have to find what is 3b. So in the place of 3b, you have to substitute what it is, 25. So therefore the equation of the straight line is 10x plus 3y is equal to 25. So you need not find out b because in the right hand side here you are having only 3b. So 3b is equal to 25, you can write. So coming to the fourth problem, if p is the length of the perpendicular from origin to the line whose intercept on the axis are a and b, then show that 1 by p squared is equal to 1 by a squared plus 1 by b squared. Here p is the length of the perpendicular from origin to the line. So here I have taken the line, and also it is given that the line whose intercept on the axis are a and b. So intercept is given. So therefore the line touches the x-axis as well as the y-axis. Here I have taken this line touches the x-axis at the point A and the y-axis at the point B. Okay, so therefore this is your x-intercept, which is OA is your x-intercept and OB is your y-intercept. And you see that what is P? It's a length, distance of the perpendicular from origin to the line. So this is your origin. From origin, if you draw the perpendicular line, that length is P. So here I have taken as OC is equal to P. Now we have to find the equation of the straight line. So here intercepts are used. So we have taken the equation of the straight line as x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. So straight line is given. Here the p is given. What is p? It's a length of the perpendicular from origin to the straight line. Okay. So now here how to find the length of the perpendicular from origin or from any point. First I'll take x1 y1 to the straight line. Okay, in the straight line equation generally we'll take it as ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Okay, so length of the perpendicular formula is, first you have to substitute the point on this the left hand side of the equation. So it is ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by square root of coefficient of x. On the line, the coefficient of x is a, so it is a square plus the coefficient of y, that is b square. So this is the length of the perpendicular from x1 comma y1 to the straight line. Here what is asked? Length of the perpendicular from origin. So origin means what? It is 0 comma 0. So x1 y1 is 0 comma 0 to the straight line. Which straight line? Here it is given to the straight line as, what is it? X by a plus y by b is equal to 1. Okay, so what I did here, so it has to be written within the modulus. So here modulus of what I did here, the point has to be substituted in the left hand side of the equation. So here what is the point? 0. So when you substitute 0, the whole thing will become 0. X by a is 0. In the same way, y also 0. So y by b also 0. Bring this 1 to the next side, because in the right hand side here you are having 0. So bring the constant term to the next side. But you will have minus 1 divided by square root of, here what we did, a, what is a? It's a coefficient of x. So what is the coefficient of here? It is 1 by a. So 1 by a the whole square plus here b. What is b? It's a coefficient of y. So here your coefficient of y is 1 by b. So 1 by b the whole square. So this is your length of the perpendicular from origin to the straight line. So here I have written. So see now, the length of the perpendicular from origin to the straight line is modulus of 0 plus 0 minus 1 divided by square root of 1 by a the whole square plus 1 by b the whole square. Okay, so here if you take the modulus of minus 1 is 1 divided by square root of 1 by a square plus 1 by b square. So what you have to do? You have to bring this term to the left side. So it will come in the numerator and p will come in the denominator in the right hand side. So you will get, what you will get? Square root of 1 by a square plus 1 by b squared is equal to 1 by b. Okay, so when you are squaring on the both the sides, so here you will have what has to come here. So before bringing to the left hand side and right hand side, if you interchange before that, so here I have done squaring on both the sides. So it will, what has to come here? It is p square. So when you square this term, the numerator 1 squared is 1 and the denominator, the square root and the square getting cancelled. So you will get this answer. Now you just change it. So here 1 by a squared plus 1 by b squared will go to the left side in the numerator and this p squared will come in the denominator on the right side. So this is the result we have to show. 1 by p squared is equal to 1 by a squared plus 1 by b squared. Okay, we are coming to the problem number 8. Find the equation of the line if the perpendicular drawn from origin makes an angle of 30 degree with the x-axis and its length is 12. Okay, see now we have to find the equation of the line. What it is? If the perpendicular drawn from origin, if the perpendicular drawn from origin, this is the straight line. So the perpendicular drawn from origin to the line. So this is OC is your perpendicular. That is the normal, or we can say perpendicular line. Okay, that perpendicular line makes an angle 30 degree with the x-axis. Okay, and its length is 12. Which length is 12? The perpendicular length is 12. Here normal length is given and the normal, that is the perpendicular line, makes an angle 30 degree. Okay, you see that if the straight line makes an angle means from that angle we can find the slope m is equal to tan theta. But here the straight line is not making the angle with x-axis. This perpendicular line only making the angle 30 degree. So the normal length is given. So the normal length usually we will take it as p. So p is equal to 12. and this normal makes how much angle? 30 degree. So alpha is equal to 30 degree. If normal length and the normal makes an angle alpha of the x-axis, these two results are given. The equation of the straight line is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to p. So in the place of alpha you have to substitute 30 degree. So x cos 30 degree plus y sin 30 degree is equal to p. What it is? It is 12. Cos 30 degree can be written as root 3 by 2 and sin 30 degree can be written as 1 by 2. So therefore if you take LCM, it is root 3x plus y divided by 2 is equal to 12. The 2 and 12 if you multiply, your answer is 24. Okay, so coming to the problem number 9. So find the equation of the straight line passing through 8, 3 and having intercepts whose sum is 1. Here the intercept is involved. So the intercept whose sum is 1. So sum of the intercepts is equal to 1. Usually we'll take the x-intercept as a and the y-intercept as b. So a plus b is equal to 1. So b is equal to 1 minus a. If the intercept is involved means we have to find the equation of the straight line. We have to take it in the form of x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. So in the place of b you have to substitute 1 minus a and you have to take LCM. What is the LCM? A into 1 minus a is the LCM. So you have to cross multiply. So x into, that is you are taking LCM. So x into 1 minus a plus y into a, that is equal to 1. So this is the straight line. We got it. So what is given? The straight line passing through 8, 3. So in the place of x, we have to substitute 8. In the place of y as 3. So 8 into 1 minus a plus 3a is equal to 1 into, if you multiply these two, it is a into 1 minus a. It will come on the right hand side. Okay. So 8 into 1 is 8. 8 into a minus a is minus 8a plus 3a is equal to a into 1 is a into minus a is minus a square. So here this minus a squared, when you bring it to the left side, it is plus a squared. Here minus 8a plus 3a is minus 5a and bring this a to the left hand side. So it is minus a plus 8 is equal to 0. So a squared minus 6a plus 8 is equal to 0. When you take the product, it should be 8 and the addition is minus 6. So therefore it is minus 4 minus 2. So a minus 4 into a minus 2 is equal to 0. So therefore a is equal to 4 and a is equal to 2. Okay, so when a is equal to 4, you want to show b is equal to 1 minus a. So it is 1 minus 4. So that is minus 3. A and b is there. So the equation is x by 4 plus y by b. So b, in the place of b you are having minus 3 is equal to 1. So you have to take LCM. What is the LCM? 12. So it will be, here you are having 4. So the numerator has to be multiplied by 3. So 3x. This minus sign you give it to the second term. So this will become minus and LCM is 12. So it here the y has to be multiplied by 4. So 3x minus 4y is equal to 12. So next one, a is equal to 2 means b. What is it? 1 minus a. So 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. So a and b value has to be substituted which equation? X by a plus y by b is equal to 1. So a you have to substitute 2 and b has to be substituted as minus 1. Here what is the LCM? 2. This minus you give it to the numerator. Plus by minus is minus. So it will become minus y. So when you take LCM, it is minus 2y. That is equal to 1. So when you cross multiply, 2 into 1 is 2. So the equation is x minus 2y is equal to 2. And coming to the problem number 10. Show that the points 1, 3, 2, 1 and 1 by 2, 4 are collinear. We have to show that the 3 points are given. We have to show that they are collinear. Collinear means they lie on the same line. Okay, so different concepts you have to use to prove the result. What result? The 3 points are collinear. First, we have to use the concept of slope. Using slope, we have to show the 3 points are collinear. So first, you name the 3 points. The first point is A, second point is B, and the third point is C. Okay, so if slope of AB is equal to slope of BC, then the 3 points are collinear. We know that already. Slopes are equal. Slope of the straight line, that is slope of AB, is equal to slope of BC. Okay, slope of AB, here A and B, the 2 points are given. So how to find the slope? If 2 points are given, the slope is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, so you are taking A and B. So A point has to be taken as x1, y1, and the B point has to be taken as x2, y2. So therefore 1 minus 3 divided by 2 minus 1. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Minus 2 divided by 1 is minus 2. Then you have to find the slope of BC. So these two has to be taken. So the same formula has to be applied. So now BC, slope of BC, if you want to find, B has to be taken as x1, y1, and C has to be taken as x2, y2. So this is your y2. 4 minus 1 divided by half minus 2. So if you do 4 minus 1 is 3 and half minus 2. If you take LCM, 1 minus 4 divided by 2. Okay, 2 2s are 4. What is 1 minus 4? It is minus 3. So this 3 and 3 getting cancelled. So the 2 will go to the numerator. So answer is minus 2. So both the slopes are equal. So therefore the 3 points are collinear. And second subdivision, using a straight line. So what we have to do? We have to prove the 3 points lie on the same line. So using the 2 points, any 2 points, we have to form the straight line. Okay, so if the third point, if we substitute on the equation of the line, okay, if the equation is satisfied, the third point also lie on the same line. So all the 3 points lie on the same line, so therefore they are collinear. So using the concept of straight line. So I'll take A point and B point. 2 points are given. Okay, so 2 points are given. How to write the equation of the straight line? Using this formula. What formula? Y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1 is equal to x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1. So this is your x1 y1 and this is your x2 y2. Okay, so here y minus, what is y1? y1 is 3 divided by, what is your y2? That is 1. 1 minus 3 is equal to x minus x1. What is x1? 1 divided by x2, that is 2 minus 1. So y minus 3 by minus 2 is equal to x minus 1 by 1. If you cross multiply, y minus 3 is equal to minus 2 into x is minus 2x, minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2. This minus 2x, if you take it to the left side, it is 2x plus y. Okay, 2x plus y, and here bring this 2 to the next side, minus 5 is equal to 0. So what we did, we have found the equation of the straight line taking A and B using the 2 points. And what you have to do, this is the third point, C. So this point has to be substituted in the equation of the straight line. So when you substitute, it is 2 into 1 by 2 plus 4 minus y. Okay, so you see that 2 getting cancelled, 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 minus 5 is 0. So the equation is satisfied. So the third point satisfies the above equation, means the third point also lie on the same line. So therefore all the 3 points lie on the same line. So therefore they are collinear. So in the second subdivision we have used the concept of which one? Straight line. So any other method, if the 3 points are collinear, they lie on the same line, we can't draw a triangle. So therefore the area of the triangle is equal to 0. If the 3 points are collinear, then the area of the triangle is 0. So in matrices and determinants, if the 3 points are given, so what is the formula has to be used? Area of the triangle is equal to absolute value of half into determinant x1 y1 1, x2 y2 1, x3 y3 1. So the A point is 1 comma 3. So in the place of x1 as 1, y1 as 3. So 1 3 1, and x2 y2, in the place of x2 y2 you have to substitute 2 comma 1. So 2 1 1, and x3 y3 is half and 4. So half 4 1. So it is half into, you have to expand by R1. So 1 into, delete the first row and the first column, 1 minus 4 and minus 3 into, so you know how to evaluate the determinant. So when you go to the second one, you have to change the sign. So minus 3 into, delete the first row as well as the, what is it, second column. So you have to first row and the second column. So what is remaining? 2, 1, half 1. So you have to cross multiply. 2 into 1 is 2 minus 1 by 2. So 2 minus 1 by 2. So next, it is the first row, third column has to be deleted. So what is remaining? 2, 1, 1 by 2, 4. If you evaluate the determinant, 2 4s are 8, 8 minus 1 by 2. So it is 1 minus 4, minus 4, 1 minus 4 is minus 3. And here it is 4 minus 1, that is 3 by 2. And if you take LCM here, 16 minus 1, 15 by 2. So minus 3 minus 9 by 2 plus 15 by 2. If you take LCM here, minus 3 into 2 is minus 6. Minus 6 minus 9 is minus 15. Minus 15 plus 15 is 0. 0 by 2 is 0. So therefore the area of the triangle is 0. So therefore the 3 points are collinear. And coming to the problem number 11. A straight line is passing through the point A of 1, 2 with slope 5 by 12. Okay, 1 point and slope is given. Okay, 1 point and slope is given. We can easily write the equation of the straight line. You see that what is asked? Find points on the line which are 13 units away from A. So we have to find the points. How they are? They are 13 units away from the given point. So see that I have taken A of 1, 2 and the straight line makes, so it may having the slope 5 by 12. So therefore the straight line makes an angle, that is theta, with the x-axis. So the angle of inclination is theta, means the slope is equal to m is equal to tan theta. So here the slope what is given? 5 by 12. So that is your slope. So what is m? It is tan theta. So tan theta is equal to 5 by 12. And the passing point is 1, 2. So we have to take as x1, y1 as 1, 2. So now we have to find the point P. How it is? It is 13 units away from A. So the distance between these two is 13. Okay. And you see that I have drawn a right angle triangle here. Okay. So here it is the x-axis as well as this, what is it, AR, this line are parallel. These two are parallel and the straight line is a transversal. So therefore the corresponding angles are equal. So this angle is theta, means here also theta. So you will get a, what is it, here if you draw the perpendicular from P to, what is it, P to R and A to R. So this distance, what is it? It is 12 because the slope is 5 by 12. So tan theta means what? It is the opposite side by adjacent side. So therefore the opposite side is what? 5. Opposite side for the theta is 5 and the adjacent side is 12. Already we know that this result is AP. Otherwise if you use Pythagoras theorem, this AP is nothing but, what is it? It's a square root of 5 square plus 12 square, that is equal to 25 plus 144, that is square root of 169, that is AP is equal to 13. Already it is given. So from that we are going to find sin theta. Sin theta means what? Opposite side by hypotenuse. What is the opposite side? It is 5 for this angle. So it is 5. And the hypotenuse is this one. So it is 13. 5 by 13. And cos theta, adjacent side by hypotenuse. For this angle theta, the adjacent side is AR, that is 12, hypotenuse is 13. What's the need to find sin theta and cos theta? Here, if you want to find the point which is some distance from the given point, means we are going to use the parametric form of the straight line. So what is it? It is nothing but x minus x1 by cos theta is equal to y minus y1 by sin theta is equal to r. This r is the distance between the given point and the point we have to find. So a of x1 comma y1, that is the given point. Here the given point is what? 1 comma 2, and this point p point we have to find it, that p of x comma y, and the fixed distance is what? It is 13. Distance cannot be negative, but here r, see how it is, it's a distance from these 2 points. So on one side of the point the distance is positive, for the another side the distance is negative. So that's why I have written r is equal to plus or minus 13. So I am going to use this straight line form. So here x minus, what is x1 y1? So in here a point, what is given? It is 1 comma 2. That a point is 1 comma 2. Okay, so x is x only, so therefore x minus 1 divided by, what is cos theta? 12 by 13. So we are going to use this formula. So for that cos theta is needed. So from tan theta we have found cos theta and sin theta. So your cos theta is 12 by 13 is equal to y minus, y1 is what? It is 2. So 2 divided by sin theta. What we have found for sin theta, it is 5 by 13 is equal to plus or minus 13. So this 13 will go to the numerator. So 13 into x minus 1 by 12 is equal to 13 into y minus 2 divided by 15 is equal to plus or minus 13. If we divided by 13, it is x minus 1 by 12 is equal to y minus 2 by 5 is equal to plus or minus 1. Take the first result. X minus 1 by 12 is equal to y minus 5 by y minus y minus 2 by 5 is equal to plus 1. So first we will take it as plus 1. Okay, so if you divide it by 13, here you will have plus or minus 1. So first you take the result, positive result is equal to 1. So x minus 1 by 12 is equal to 1. So x minus 1 is equal to 12. The minus 1, when you take it to the next side, it is plus 1. So therefore x is equal to 13. Next, y minus 2 by 5 is equal to 1. So y minus 2 is equal to 1 into 5 is 5. This minus 2, when you take it to the next side, it is plus 2. So y is equal to 7. So the point is 13 comma 7. Both are positive. So we can take in the diagram the p pointers. So the point P is, what is it? 13 comma 7. And if you take the R is negative, so R is negative means here we have to write minus 1. So take the first result, x minus 1 by 12 is equal to minus 1. If we cross multiply, it is minus 12. Bring this minus 1 to the next side, it is plus 1. So it is minus 11. So in the same way, y minus 2 by 5 is equal to minus 1. So y minus 2 is equal to minus 5. When bring this minus 2 to here plus 2, it is minus 3. So therefore the point is minus 11 comma minus 3. These two are the points. Okay, how they are? They are 13 units away from the fixed point. If the fixed distance is given from one fixed point, we have to use the parametric formula. Here your R, for some of the points on one side, it is positive. R is negative on the another side of the points, some of the points which are negative. Thank you, students.